G'day, I'm Regan from Pool Systems, and today we're going to be talking about our range of cleaning and pool maintenance accessories, starting from rakes and going right through brooms, vacuum heads and testing accessories, and how to best utilise them to take care of your swimming pool. So starting with the telescopic pole, which is probably the main piece when it comes to cleaning your pool, because you use this to connect to all the other cleaning accessories. So a standard telescopic pole comes in a 8 to 16 foot size, but they go down to as small as a 4 to 8 foot and up to a 16 to 32 foot. Two types of telescopic poles in the pool industry. We have what we call inner lock and outer lock telescopic poles. This one here is a outer lock. You can tell by the outer lock cam. You loosen these to extend and reduce, and then you lock it off with the outer cam. Now, to connect these to your cleaning accessories, on the end of the pole you have what we call the wishbone clip here, and then all you do is take your cleaning accessory, slot it over the end, push in the wishbone clip and lock it in, and that's how you attach your cleaning accessories to the telescopic pole. Push in to release and it just as easily pulls off. And that is the telescopic pole. And moving on from the telescopic pole, we'll move into rakes and scoops and shovels. So these are tools that we use to pick up leaves and debris off the surface of the pool and the bottom of the pool. So starting with the leaf scoop, this is just a very basic tool that attaches to the telescopic pole that you use to just skim leaves and debris off the surface of the swimming pool. Moving on to your rakes and shovels. So the leaf rake is what we use to also skim leaves and debris off the surface of the pool, but you can also use it on the bottom of the pool. So just like the name would indicate on both of these tools, the leaf rake you use on the pole and you pull it towards yourself when scooping the bottom of the pool to pick up debris. It can also be used on the surface. And then moving on to the leaf shovel. So this, like the name would indicate, you use like a shovel, so you push this along the floor of the pool to pick up debris. It can also be used on the surface, but everyone prefers to use a leaf rake on the surface. This is more just for the bottom of the pool, and that real sloped edge there helps with picking up debris off the floor. So that sort of covers off the rakes and scoop side of things. Moving on from our range of brooms and brushes from the rakes and scoops, starting off with the most standard pool broom that you'll find in most pool shops and in most households with a swimming pool. This is a 45cm broom with your standard poly bristles. This can be used in all pool types. It's really just a generic broom designed for scrubbing the pool. Moving on to our wall and corner broom. So this is the latest addition to our range of cleaning accessories. This is a perfect tool for getting into your concave edges and fiberglass pools especially, so where your steps meet the floors or the safety edge on the fiberglass pool where it's a bit hard to get your standard brush into because of the corner here. These toilet scrubber-like bristles on the end make it really good for getting into those hard to reach spots. Once again, suitable for use in all surface types. Then moving on to our more specialty brushes. This is a stainless steel algae brush. This is really designed for your concrete and pebblecrete pools for targeting that really stubborn algae and those spots that wouldn't come off with just your standard pool broom. Now, moving on from the stainless steel brush, we have the grit brush. Now, very similar to the algae brush, but instead what we've done with this one, instead of using stainless steel bristles, we've gone to a really stiff plastic bristle, and this is more designed for your fiberglass and vinyl pools. So really stiff bristle, but still safe to use on your more delicate pool surface types. Both of these come in both a 6-inch and 10-inch option. Moving on to the last piece in our range of cleaning accessories, we have the vacuum heads. So there's two main types of vacuum head here. We have the all brush vacuum head. Now, both of these are suitable for all surface types, but they both sort of serve a specific pool. A lot of people prefer to use the all brush type in your fiberglass and vinyl pools. So this doesn't have wheels on it, it's just got the bristles on the bottom. You then have your standard flexible vacuum head, once again suitable for all pool surface types, but then people prefer to use these in your concrete and pebblecrete pools. Like the name would indicate, it's a flexible vacuum head with wheels. So these just attach to a vacuum hose on this end, and then to your vacuum plate in your skimmer box, and then to your telescopic pole, and that's how those work. With our range of Aussie Gold cleaning accessories, these are all covered by a full 3-year warranty. Now, even with a full 3-year warranty though, it doesn't mean you go leaving them outside. We definitely recommend keeping them inside a shed or somewhere where they're outside of direct UV exposure and safe from the elements to best protect them and keep them going. Moving on to testing. So in our range of cleaning accessories, our 2 basic types of testing are test strips and a 4-in-1 and 2-in-1 test kit. Now, test strips are very simple. These cover a lot of your basic parameters, calcium hardness, total alkalinity, cyanuric, pH, chlorine, and give pretty fast results and somewhat accurate as well. So these are just made for the homeowner or the owner of the pool. If the water looks good and they just want a rough indicator of how the results are looking, just a quick dip test, and then they compare it to the test results, the colour readings on the back of the tube, to then tell them what the results are. Now, when it comes to using the test strips or the test kit or getting any sort of water sample, we always recommend taking the sample from halfway between the returns and the skimmer box and at elbow's depth. So you take the test strip out, put the cap on because you don't want to get any moisture in the bottle, and you would dip down to elbow's depth and then bring up, and then you would compare for your readings. So same thing with taking a water sample for your test kits, or if you're taking a water sample to take your pool shop as well, we always recommend taking them from halfway down the pool at elbow's depth. Moving on to the 4-in-1 test kit. So the 4-in-1 test kit, same thing with the test strips. You always want to get your water sample with this from halfway down the pool, elbow's depth. Moving on to the chlorine side of this tester first. To test for your chlorine, you would fill the tube up to the chlorine line and add 1 tablet of your DPD-1 Rapid. You would then replace the cap, invert to mix, and compare the colour to the comparator tube on the side to give you your reading. Moving on to the pH side, you would fill the tube up to the pH and acid demand line. You would then add 5 drops of your test solution number 2, swirl to mix, and then compare the colour of the tube to the comparator block to give you your pH reading. You can then do what we call is a acid demand test. So instead of trying to figure out what the pH is versus what you want it to be with the size of your pool, you can add drops of number 3. So add 1 drop at a time, swirl to mix, and as soon as the colour of that solution matches the colour of the reading you desire, so generally between 7.2 and 7.6, you then take the number of drops you had to use and you use the chart in here that has a number of drops for the size of the pool, will then tell you how much acid you need to add to the pool. Moving on to testing for your total alkalinity. You fill the tube up to your line A for your total alkalinity. You then add in your drops of chlorine neutralizer, so 2 drops, swirl it to mix to neutralise the chlorine. Chlorine can impact the readings on total alkalinity. You then add in 5 drops of your solution number 5. That will turn the solution blue. And then what you want to do is keep swirling it and add in solution number 3, 1 drop at a time until the colour changes. You then count the number of drops you had to use to turn the solution, turn the solution's colour, and multiply that by 10. Will give you your alkalinity reading in parts per million. For example, if I had to use 9 drops of test solution 3 to change the solution from blue, it would then mean that there's 90 parts per million of alkalinity in the water. And that is how you use your 4-in-1 test kit. Finally, we'll move on to another range of cleaning accessories we stock. They're the same as the Aussie Gold, but are a bit more premium for the service technicians. So they're heavy duty and they're designed for daily use in the servicing application. So this is our Pro Series leaf rake. So as you can see, stainless steel handle, full stainless steel rim with the plastic on it to protect the pool, and a heavy duty net. Clips onto your telescopic pole the exact same way. It's just a more heavy duty design for commercial use. We also, in the Pro Series range, have vacuum heads and pool brooms. The pool brooms look pretty much the same as these, but they're a bit wider. These are the vacuum heads, so once again, full stainless steel handle for attaching to your telescopic pole, built-in swivel, stainless steel wheel bearings, very heavy, very strong, just great for your service technicians using these 8 to 10 times a day for vacuuming pools. In the range, there's also a telescopic pole in the Pro Series range that is very similar to the Aussie Gold, but once again, it's more heavy duty, and it also comes as an outer lock and inner lock, so you can use both the external cam and twist the pole's outer piece to lock it as well. So it's both an inner lock and outer lock telescopic pole. And that covers off the range of cleaning accessories, the Aussie Gold and the Pro Series. Thank you for watching, and tune in for our next episode of Tech Talk.